Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City.
New York Times Business. April 18. 11:17 America New York. Bank of America reports lower quarterly profits. The bank reported lower quarterly profits, but it expects to earn significantly more money later this year from rising interest rates. Like other major U.S. banks, Bank of America reported lower quarterly profits than a year ago.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 18. 11:16 America New York. A downtick is coming for online advertising. Google's search business is expected to stay resilient while social platforms continue grappling with Apple's changes and TikTok's soaring popularity.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 18. 11:10 America New York. Stock splits show less is more in today's market. U.S.-listed companies are announcing stock splits at the highest rate in 10 years, showing the importance of retail money in today's market.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
April 18. 11:07 America New York. Hot economy, rising inflation. The Fed has never successfully fixed a problem like this. Central bank says it is possible, but many factors are out of its control. They are strikingly behind.
New York Times Business. April 18. 10:26 America New York. Can the S.E.C. require gag orders when it settles cases? The Supreme Court has been asked to review the practice, which a judge called a stew of confusion and hypocrisy, and which challengers say violates the First Amendment. A Securities and Exchange Commission policy does not allow defendants to speak about cases they settle with the agency.
Daily FX Market News.
April 18. 10 o'clock America New York. Gold price forecast. Gold hits $2,000 as buyers force a break. Gold prices have started the week with a bang by breaking out to retest the $2,000 level. Where's the next possible higher low? Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
April 18. 9:19 America New York. China's pandemic restrictions threaten economic recovery. Though China's first quarter GDP figures painted a relatively rosy picture, the data didn't capture the full impact of severe COVID-19 restrictions, which are emerging as the largest threat to growth.
Global economy.
April 18. 9 o'clock America New York. Patriots versus globalists replaces the left-right divide. Nationalism is driving French politics in the presidential elections as it has done in the U.S. and Britain.
New York Times Business.
April 18. 8:38 America New York. 5 questions about Elon Musk's Twitter takeover bid. Will he go hostile? What is Twitter really worth and more? Platform versus power user. BBC News Business.
April 18. 8:20 America New York. Emirates will keep flying to Russia unless its owner stops it. It is one of a few airlines still operating in Russia after most pulled out over the war in Ukraine.
BBC News Business.
April 18. 8:20 America New York. Emirates will keep flying to Russia unless its owner stops it. It is one of a few airlines still operating in Russia after most pulled out over the war in Ukraine.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
April 18. 8:11 America New York. Foyle's War Sunflower. The Foyle's War television series is one of the most satisfying, electrifying shows ever to have been shown to a wide audience. If you have not yet seen it, you will be forever grateful to me for introducing it to you.
Digital Finance. April 18. 7:25 America New York. Fintech S.E.C to HKMA. Handles stablecoins with care. The Fintech Association of Hong Kong asks the banking authority to avoid over-regulating stablecoins. The post-Fintech S.E.C to HKMA. Handles stablecoins with care appeared first on Digital Finance. Marginal Revolution.
April 18. 7:21 America New York. Small isn't beautiful. In our textbook, Modern Principles, Tyler and I discuss India's small-scale reservation laws which for decades made it illegal for large firms to produce many manufactured goods.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
April 18. 7:09 America New York. Alex Jones media assets placed in bankruptcy over Sandy Hook litigation. Far-right radio host cedes InfoWars media assets under proposed settlement trust.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 18. 7:08 America New York. Bank of America's quarterly profit falls 12%. The second largest U.S. bank earned $7.07 billion, down from $8.05 billion a year earlier.
Daily FX Market News.
April 18. 5:30 America New York, energy stocks look attractive on soaring oil, top trade opportunities. The first quarter was quite eventful for Wall Street, but the war in Eastern Europe was clearly a standout. Geopolitical tensions rattled financial markets, weighed on equities, and sparked a commo.
BBC News Business.
April 18. 5:13 America New York. Households cancel streaming services to cut costs, report says. The rise in the cost of living has led to more households cutting their subscription services. BBC News Business.
April 18. 5:13 America New York. Households cancel streaming services to cut costs, report says. The rise in the cost of living has led to more households cutting their subscription services.
Daily FX Market News.
April 18. 2:34 America New York. Gold prices up alongside dollar as Ukraine, Fed worries spook markets. Gold prices rose amid renewed worries about the war in Ukraine after Russia signaled an impasse in talks, despite a stronger US dollar and higher bond yields thanks to swelling Fed rate hike bets.
BBC News Business. April 18. 040 America New York. Shanghai lockdown. China spending and employment hit. Official figures also showed the world's second-largest economy grew at a faster pace than expected.
BBC News Business.
April 18. 040 America New York. Shanghai lockdown. China spending and employment hit. Official figures also showed the world's second-largest economy grew at a faster pace than expected.
Armstrong Economics. April 18. 006 America New York. S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index marks new high. Home prices were up 19.2% in January according to the S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index. It is extremely difficult for millennials and Gen Z to enter the housing market, as homes today cost 75% more than they did in 1987, and that's just when the index first began tracking prices.
Global economy.
April 18. 000 America New York. Baby bust. Economic stimulus helps births rebound after coronavirus pandemic struck. In the first in a series, the FT looks at how COVID worsened the trend of shrinking populations, but only briefly.